Sir Abubakar travels by plane to Knoxville, Tennessee. There, Sir Abubakar visits the Fort Loudoun Dam, part of the Tennessee Valley Authority, which is widely known as TVA. The world-famous TVA project was established to develop the Tennessee River for flood control, navigation, and electric power production. It provides controlled irrigation and low-cost electric power to the people of a region covering 40,000 square miles, approximately the area of the Republic of Liberia. Prime Minister Balewa takes particular interest in the Tennessee Valley project, since a similar plan is underway in his own country to make the fullest possible use of the great Niger River.
And so, in 1968, Kainji was commissioned as Nigeria's first hydroelectric power plant. Strategically located on the course of the river Niger at Kainji Gorge, New Busa, the original development plan was to have the Kainji power plant built with 12 open pits with power generating units of 80 megawatts each, totaling a projected installed capacity of 960 megawatts. By 1978, when construction had been completed, there were only 8 open pits with power generating units operational, which produced a total of 760 megawatts. In response to the shortfall in energy supply, the Jebba hydroelectric power plant was commissioned in 1985. Although this newer installation helped to alleviate the effects of the paucity of electric power, the growing population required still more. As events occurred, both the Kainji and Jebba power plants were left without maintenance for over 40 years. The conditions in which the assets deteriorated led to a predictable decline in the quality of power supply across the country for decades. In November 2013, when Mainstream Energy Solutions Limited took over the Kainji and Jebba hydro power plants, none of the 8 installed turbines at Kainji was running, and 5 out of the 6 installed generating at Jebba was running. But today, we've recovered more than 440 megawatts out of the 760 megawatts at Kainji, restoring more than half of the installed capacity in line with a concession agreement with government to recover all the lost capacity at Kainji, totaling 760 megawatts and 578.4 megawatts at Jebba. Mainstream Energy Solutions Limited is proud to identify itself as a contributor of an average of 30% of Nigeria's energy needs today. For further perspective, it may be necessary to review the performance of both the Kainji and Jebba power plants since Mainstream Energy Solutions Limited became responsible for them. In 2013, both plants generated 3,623.43 gigawatts of electrical energy. Combining expertise, resilience, and focus, this figure went up to 3,708 gigawatts. By 2016, the total energy generated had reached 5,464.11 gigawatts. Of course, Mainstream Energy Solutions Limited is determined to continue this upward trend in the coming years. In setting out to revamp the power plants, Mainstream Energy Solutions Limited drew up a capacity recovery plan in which the rehabilitation of 3 units, 1G5, 1G6 and 1G12, with a combined generating capacity of 340 megawatts at Kainji were effected. While units 1G7, 1G8, 1G9 and 1G10 have been scheduled for rehabilitation, Mainstream has signed an agreement with General Electric to recover 1G7 80 megawatt generating unit at Kainji. At the Jebba power plant, meanwhile, the only unavailable unit, which is 2G6 with 96.4 megawatts, has now been scheduled for rehabilitation. As part of the deliverables identified in the first phase of the recovery plan, bids have already been called for, received, and evaluated from reputable engineering procurement construction firms for the recovery of the 2G6 in Jebba, while the second phase of the recovery plan will follow shortly with the rehabilitation of the remaining Kainji plant units, 1G8, 1G9, and 1G10. What does all this mean for the common man and for the economy, you might ask? As a company paying its fair share of taxes to the federal government of Nigeria, we have not relented in the business of business. Indeed, we have grown our revenue base from 23 million United States dollars annually from 2013 up to a respectable 183 million United States dollars in 2016. Being a privately owned entity governed by an astute board of directors and a highly responsive executive management team, Mainstream Energy Solutions Limited has dedicated itself to not only reversing the degeneration which these important assets have endured, but also ensuring that the human resources relying on them for leisure or productivity are cultivated and strengthened. Mainstream Energy Solutions Limited holds itself up to the highest ideals attainable in execution of its business. For example, with regards to maintenance and quality service delivery. We also have a robust reservoir management of water inflow to our lakes, which means we can run throughout the year without spilling water. The water that passes through our units in Kainji is also used to power our plants at Jebba. Mainstream Energy Solution wants to open up itself to collaboration with other companies, especially the indigenous companies seeking to effect a transformation of the Nigerian power sector, with the latest pronouncement by government to allow generating companies to deal with eligible power consumers. Our doors are now open for companies that have shut down due to power to avail themselves of this bilateral agreement, to come to us and do business with us. So, what is the future for Mainstream Energy Solutions Limited? What does it hope to achieve with such a sterling performance in such a short period of time?
As a company, we are looking beyond Kainji and Jebba. Currently, we want to get involved into acquisition or concessioning of additional hydro power plants, and if possible, get involved in developing the hydro potential we have in Nigeria.
Mainstream Energy Solutions Limited has identified 4 key areas in which it has been intervening. These are education, health, the environment, community empowerment. As a measure of its commitment towards the enhancing of living standards of its stakeholders, the Foundation executed 61 wide-ranging projects across its host communities in 2017. The cost of these interventions are totaled at over 288 million naira, and the beneficiary communities were Borgu, Kotangora, Yauri, and Bidajeba. We have Community Consultative Forum, which allows interaction between mainstream and the host communities to articulate the challenge of each host community, with board members represented by community leaders in each community. As a means of preparing a suitable foundation for the children of its stakeholders, who are generally indigent agriculturalists, the Foundation saw it as a critical part of its corporate social responsibility effort to construct and rehabilitate the Nizamiya Primary School in Yauri local government area, as well as the reconstruction and rehabilitation of Libata Primary School in Ngasi local government area in Kebbi State.
A matsayina na wannan hidimata na shigo wannan makarantar na same ta kamar bola saboda babu gyara, sannan kuma yaran sun zama babu su a cikin wannan lokacin saboda rashin gyaran da ke ga wannan makaranta. Shi yasa aka samu matsaloli ga wannan lokacin. Na nuna damuwa ta sosai, na nemi iyayen yara na sanar da su cewa makarantar nan tasu da suka kawo ni ba ta da kyau, amma wani hanya za mu samu mafita. Sai na ba shawara, na ce ba na zo neman kuɗi ne gare su ba, na zo ne ba junan mu shawara ya za mu samu mafita. Ashe Allah ya sa mana mafita, sai ba mu wannan foundation din ta taimaka mana, aka gyara mana wannan makaranta. Da can muna da yawan yara ba su wuce guda 60 ba, amma yanzu muna da yara kusan 240 saboda ci gaban wannan gyaran da muka samu na wannan foundation da aka yi.
This was complemented by the completion of abandoned classroom buildings in Kuruwasa Primary School, which had been claimed by non-domestic creatures and the elements, with the provision of 80 desks and chairs, all in Borgu Emirate.
In fact, we are very, very appreciative with mainstream, because before this school, in fact, the learning condition was very, very poor. Our pupils are learning under sheet. Most of them sit in the ground. We don't have seats. But the mainstreams has done a lot to us, which they renovate a 4-class block of classroom for us with a toilet, and they provide us with furnitures, sitting material, which our pupils are sitting in 2 in seat, which learning condition is moving fine and comfortable in this our primary school now. In fact, the learning of my people now is moving very fast because they have good seats compared of before. And we have the chalkboard enough. Everything is comfortable, in fact, now compared to before. In fact, we are very, very appreciative with mainstreams.
The foundation set about rehabilitating the Awuru Bridge, which have now been rendered safely usable for transport and commerce in the area. In consonance with its community empowerment strategy, New Busa town, the host community of the dam, was never connected to the national grid. When we came in, we donated an injection substation to connect New Busa to national grid.
When mainstream came on board, it's supposed to be the responsibility of distribution. Within 3-4 months, they completed it, and you can see that we have stable electricity. Any community organization that is servitude to mankind or humanity, but it's indirectly doing it to itself.
Comments received from the rigorous inspection visits made it clear that local trade and other civic activities suffered. As a preventive measure, the foundation repaired the Ibibi Bridge, which was being claimed by erosion. Yari Emirate was the next in line to benefit, as the Foundation's ethnographic research report identified the local health needs as a necessary cause requiring intervention.
We have to improve the living standard of our people. That's why I'm extremely grateful to mainstream, because we are contributing and uplifting the living standard of our people in terms of water supply, refurbishing schools, and also helping in improving the economy for our people. And also they help our people, especially in rice milling, threshing, helping people to process rice that they grow. Yaoul is one of the main areas of rice production in this country.
Following this, the students at Abarshi Girls Secondary School, Yauri, received a solar-powered and motorized borehole with overhead tanks.
What the mainstream foundation have done to us, they did a better thing for us, because before we don't have enough chairs. They gave us more, about 2 to 250 seats, and we are very happy, and the students are more happy about it. And about this, our borehole, they did it fine for us. Even the neighboring people are coming in to fetch water inside. So we are very grateful, we are very happy.
Some of our host communities see us as the government around them because of our impact. For the year 2018, the Foundation has agreed to consider projects that will have the most impact in the communities. Collaborate with other foundations to provide comprehensive health schemes and focus more in the areas of education, and empowerment. We at Mainstream Foundation believe that no amount of financial success is tenable without the development of human resources, and this is at the heart of all we do. Our hearts beat in unison with that of Nigeria. This is why we aim to improve the power generation that all of Nigeria needs to multiply its industries and commercial investments exponentially, and also to keep its teeming citizens productive and happy.